Hey, what is going on, guys? Johnny here, and welcome back to another Infinite Warfare video. So, I wanted to do a review of the VPR, but then I see that there's already a bunch of reviews out there, everybody giving their 2 cents about the gun. They don't think it's very good. They think that, it could be better. The damage is inconsistent. It takes too many bullets to kill. The time to kill is way too high, and they're right to a certain extent. Me personally, I really enjoy this gun. I love it a lot. I've been using it a ton. This is actually my new favorite SMG, right behind the Phobos, or actually right in front of the Phobos. It actually takes first place only because it's super fun to play with. So now I know people like the exclusive Ace, whenever they go in to review a gun, they think of it like logistically. They take everything into consideration, all the stats. Me personally, I'm a casual player. I like to play, I like to have fun, and when I'm having fun, that's when I'm doing the best, That's when I do really good, when I'm actually having fun, when I'm enjoying myself. And that's really what this channel is about. It's just enjoying yourself and having fun, and hopefully you guys can connect with that. But that being said, I want to talk about this gun and the variant that I believe is the best. So as of right now, I only have two. I have I actually have three, but I have two variants. I have the base model, I have the common, and then I have the legendary. So the common is actually called the Sting, and the only perk that has is stockpile, which means you have an increased ammo, and that bumps up from the base 40 all the way up to 48. But if you throw on extended mags, it jumps you all the way up to 72 rounds. So that's a lot. Those are LMG numbers right there. So if you're that type of person who likes this gun, you go through bullets so quick, maybe this thing is the gun to hope that you get out of a supply drop. You unfortunately cannot buy these with salvage just yet. We have seen with the Reaver Machete and with the Volt Corruption that Epics do occasionally leave the Quartermaster Collection and they go into the prototype lab where you can actually craft them with your salvage. That being said, I don't think that's going to happen for these anytime soon. I'm sure it will eventually. Maybe by the time DLC 2 drops, or maybe by the third batch of DLC weapons that'll happen. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. However, that does give me a little bit of hope. That being said, I do not think that the Epic version of the VPR, the Yokai, is anything special, to be honest. Because yes, you do get a suppressor. But me personally, whenever I am playing, first off, the epic perk on the Yokai, just whenever somebody dies on the map, there's this weird skull on there just to indicate, that's where they died. That's like a death marker per se. I don't run over there. I personally don't, but that's just me, and I'm talking as a casual everyday player. I don't run that way, so that to me just doesn't seem appealing. And on top of that, the suppressor on the Yokai is not like the suppressor on the Widowmaker Smoke. It does not have the silent but deadly perk. You do get a reduced damage range. That being said, if you like stealth and you want to save yourself a point on your class, maybe pray to the RNG gods that's what you get. But I am going to talk about the gun that I believe is the best variant, and that is the Wraith. So now the Wraith actually has the refresher perk, and I don't care for that. I don't use it for that. I don't care. The refresher perk is every 5 kill streak restores 1 tactical and 1 lethal. I don't run any tacticals or lethals barely ever. I only ever run them with my shotguns. That's the only time you're going to see me running a tactical. I don't run lethals really at all, almost never. But I am going to be talking about the Wraith because of that secondary perk, and that's called Steady, and that gives you a reduced hip fire spread. So in order for you to better understand why I'm saying that this is probably the best variant out of all of them, check this out. This right here, what you're looking at, is the base model without a laser sight. And as you can see, this is what the spread is like when you're just at a standstill, and then when you walk or run, it spreads. But the widest spread is actually when you're jumping in the air, okay? When you're midair, look at that spread. That's actually quite a lot of spread, okay? You're not going to kill too many enemies. 2, if you're lucky. Not even 1 probably. I mean, let's be real. You're probably not even going to get 1 kill. And so just the hipfire spread on that is pretty gnarly. And even with a laser sight, as you can see right here, it does get a little better. It does. It gets significantly better, actually. There's still a lot of spread, especially when you're jumping. Now this right here, what you're looking at is actually the Wraith with the steady perk without a laser sight attached. So it's pretty comparable to the base model with a laser sight. That being said, it is just slightly bit better. But now this right here, what you're looking at is the Wraith with a laser sight. Okay, you can see those two little bubbles right there to indicate where your spread is going to go. Those are infinitely closer. Well, like not infinitely closer, but you can see that they're actually touching now. Okay, like those half circles or those 3/4 circles are actually touching. Those croissants, I don't know how to say it, but they're actually touching now. They're together. Compare that to the other three. This is the tightest one out of all of them. And now just look at the hipfire spread on here on the wall. As you can see, it gets skinnier and skinnier, or narrower and narrower every time. So that's honestly where this gun is really going to shine. And even in the gameplay, you can see here, and if you recognize this gameplay, that's because this is from the Let's Play I just did. Go ahead and check that out. I had a lot of fun making it. I rage, but I'm not going to plug that video just yet. By all accounts, I do believe that the Wraith is the best variant. You can see in the gameplay, I did die to the Yokai a few times. I did pick that gun up and I tried using it. But the laser sight on the Wraith has become a crutch to me at this point when using the VPR. And for that reason, I really do believe that it is the best variant, because you do have both magazine. Because you do have a higher chance of both bullets from both spreads hitting your target a lot more consistently. And that's the problem that I hear from a lot of people. This gun is very inconsistent. It's not too good. It takes too long to kill. And most of them I see they're trying to hip fire the gun, or maybe they're aiming down the sights and they're just not getting the results that they want. I wasn't expecting this to be some sort of powerhouse for that reason. It's not the alternator from Titanfall 2, okay? That gun is a beast. This gun by all means is not. That being said, the Wraith is the best variant to get, only because of that steady perk. If it didn't have that, I probably would drop this gun. I probably use it every now and then, because it is still very fun to use. Do not get me wrong, it's amazing. This is like the Claw's little brother, you know? It's like the Claw, it's the little brother that's trying to make his older brother proud. That's the best way I can describe this gun. That being said, you know, the Wraith is the best one. Unfortunately, I can't say go for that one, because you would have to get it out of a supply drop. And unless you're using keys, I honestly don't condone spending COD points on it. I spent $100 and 1,000 keys trying to get either the Epic UDM or the RVN. Yes, when they both dropped, and I got none of those. So, you know, the RNG rates still aren't good. And it's easy to forget about that when you have the ability to actually craft the weapons. And that's what I like the most. Just this weapon crafting system. But that's not what we're here to talk about. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick little overview. It's not a review because, like I said, a bunch of people have already done that. There's a number of videos that you can find out there giving their review on the gun. The exclusive Ace actually does a breakdown of all the guns. Well, like, not really a breakdown. He just goes over all the variants. I'm not going to speak on them too much, only because I haven't used them, and it's easy to look at the perks and then decide what you do and what you don't want. I didn't think I was going to like the Wraith. I was actually using the Sting for quite a while until I switched over to the Wraith, and that hip fire is just incredible on that gun. So, by all means, as an SMG, the Wraith, it's okay. But the Wraith is the one that, you know, you're gonna want to pray that you get. That's it for today's video, you guys. I will have some more up tomorrow, and I'll see you then.